Hello and welcome to the IPL Conference Championship game. We've got a great matchup in the Hoenn Conference between Steven Dick and the Bayern Münchlax and Richard Blocker and the Beach City Corphish. Steven's team comes into this playoff game 9-1, only losing their Week 10 matchup versus Richie, and Richie comes in with 4-6. Steven did have the opportunity to use an extra free agency token this week, but he elected not to. We see the teams on the field right here. For the Beach City Corphish, we have Hoenn, Garchomp, Bisharp, Tangrowth, Tornadus, and Mienshao. For the Bayern Münchlax, we have Greninja, Gliscor, Zeraora, Clefairy, Mantine, and Hydreigon. Really exciting stuff here. The winner of this matchup goes on to play the winner of the London Lanterns versus Toledo Team Rockets Sinnoh Conference Championship game in the IPL Conference, or in the IPL Championship. And we're all very excited, very anxious to see what's going to happen. Steven very hungry for that win. He's consistently been one of the better players in this league, but he's never gotten a title to his name. The only title that's been won was in Season 1 when the Ohio State Fighting Sea Dots defeated the Toronto Torteras in the IPL Championship game. We see the leads here. We see Garchomp coming out for the Beach City Corphish against Greninja. Obviously, this advantage would go to Greninja and Steven here, but we'll see what kind of sets both of these guys are running. Garchomp, a very versatile Pokemon. You can run it defensive. Okay, the switch comes out, and into Clefable, and Beach City sets up rocks with their Garchomp. Now, if that Garchomp was scarfed, obviously Richie would have actually had the advantage, and I'm sure that's what Steven was fearing. Bisharp switches in onto Clefable's rocks. They're going to trade rocks today, and obviously both teams are capable of defog. With Steven's team, you've got Gliscor, Hydreigon, Mantine might even get defogged, and then Tornadus, of course, has access to defog. And a knockoff comes in, and the Life Orb comes off, Moonblast comes in, and it's neutral, a special attack drop, Defiant Boost. Wow, that's huge. That special attack drop does not matter because Bisharp is a physical attacker, but he gets the +2 attack boost. That is insane. That is insanely good for Richie right now. A 2 times Bisharp, already with this base probably 125 attack. 125 attack, yeah. Huge. Obviously, he's got the type advantage, and Iron Head would definitely kill from this range. Now, Gliscor can switch in, but if he sets up again, an Iron Head may do a lot of damage. Now, Steven does have access to priority with Water Shuriken on Greninja if he elects to do so, but Hydreigon's going to come in here. We'll see what Bisharp does. Iron Head, Hydreigon goes down. Beach City with a commanding lead at the start of the game. That's a potential choice Scarf or Gone for Steven's team. That's a potential threat to outspeed some of Richie's, faster Pokemon. Just double checking Tornadus Therian's speed here, 121. So Zeraora, I think, will be able to outspeed that regardless. So I don't think it's like he needs a Scarfer. Unless that Garchomp did end up being scarfed. I mean, it could still be scarfed. We still only saw Stealth Rock, so we have no idea. But, crazy start to this game. Now, Water Shuriken could do in this Bisharp here, so we're probably going to see him switch out, maybe go into the Tangrowth. Yeah, I mean, Greninja's got such a versatile move pool. There's not a lot of things that, you can really switch into on it. Really exciting game, though, so far. We got a Bisharp, 2 times attack on one side of the field, a Greninja on the other. Let's switch sides. A Sucker Punch comes in, and a Low Kick comes in to destroy that. So I guess Water Shuriken either wouldn't kill because of, Bisharp's decent defense, or he didn't go for it, and he predicted a switch out or something like that. But Sucker Punch comes in, he gets a solid amount of damage off, 68%. Greninja goes for the low kick, turns into a fighting type, so that will be the type that it is for now. Bisharp goes down, and now Richie's got some decisions to make as he sees a Greninja on the opposing side of the field. Beach City and Bayern Münchlax both have 5 Pokemon now. I said it before, but Bayern Münchlax have been really, really good this season. I mean, differential of 20 plus, 9 wins, and they weren't even, exactly treating that Week 10 matchup seriously. So we can't say that they would have gone 10-0 if they hadn't been trying their hardest. And for this 4-6 Beach City team to come in here and win would be astounding. For it was 2 weeks in a row. Obviously, I said that game last week maybe didn't exactly matter, but we see the Garchomp come out here. This is the initial matchup. Poison Jab comes in. We do see that the Garchomp is scarfed now because it outsped that Greninja with the Poison Jab. So he will be locked into Poison Jab, which essentially means that Richie needs to switch right now. No two ways about it. Tangrowth comes in onto the Gliscor, takes a toxic Tangrowth, a very bulky Pokemon. So is Gliscor. We'll see. I assume this Tangrowth is packing some kind of Ice type move for this Gliscor. Hidden Power Ice, yes. Goes into the Clefable. Clefable tanks it. Toxic damage starts to rack up a little more onto that Clefable, or Tangrowth rather. And looking at the matchups, I mean, you've got really... I mean, the neat thing about Clefable is that while it is kind of a pivot, it also can be a sweeper. And we've seen Steven sweep teams with Clefable, not just this year, but in the past. Thunderwave comes in onto the Tornado, switching in and crippling the speed that we thought it once had. I don't think that Richie has access to Heal Bell, so it looks like that thing is going to be paralyzed for the rest of the match. We'll see what happens here. Sludge Bomb goes on to the Clefable, gets the 30% poison chance. Moonblast comes in and only does 33%. So another Sludge Bomb will kill from this range. Clefable is in very dangerous territory, being poisoned and rock damage, would do 12% onto it, plus the poison. I think that would kill after one turn, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken about that poison damage. But, crazy stuff. I mean, Richie, I think by all indications, has the momentum right now. Now, that Zeraora can always come in with a late game sweep. We don't know what set it's running, but we know it gets a variety of moves. It has an insane attack, special attack, and speed stat, and it is just one of the better Pokemon, you have to say. So 4 Pokemon on Bayern Munchlax's side of the field, 5 on Beach City Corphish's. We'll see what's going to happen here. So even after the Thunder Wave, Tornadus here outsped, so he can potentially go for another attacking attack here. That's probably what you have to do. I think Steven might be weighing out here whether it's worth it to keep Clefable around or to get a free switch in on maybe that Zeraora and start and try to take something out here. But really exciting contest we've got today between the Bayern Münchlax and the Beach City Corphish. Thank you for joining me tonight in this IPL Conference Championship game. Gliscor is going to come in on the Tornadus. Takes a Hurricane. That does 45%. Poison Heal does get back up to 43%. Gliscor's neat ability, which allows it to be healed, while Poison and quite a bit of healing it does. Bird's going to stay in here on this Gliscor. Not stay in, but is in, rather. Now, Gliscor is going to outspeed. It's going to roost up. Richie's going to miss the Hurricane. So now Gliscor is essentially at full game health now. Might see a Tangrowth switch in here. Yet we do. Plant comes in. Taunted. So that's interesting. Hidden Power Ice is threatening here. And it actually will kill Clefable after rocks and toxic damage, I believe. So... I mean, I say you got to fire that off. I mean, unless you're really afraid about something else coming in. But I think you have to fire off a Hidden Power Ice here if you're Richie right now. that Gliscor is too dangerous, and not a lot else can take it down. So I don't know if Garchomp or Mienshao have moves like Ice type coverage. I don't really think so, but Earthquake comes in on the Gliscor. We see a Hidden Power Ice. It's going to do 64%. So Poison Heal gets it backed up to 48. Roosting again. We know it outspeeds. Giga Drain is going to come in. Wow. Really good play by Richie there. He knows the flying type is going to be lost, so it won't be neutral, but super effective if he goes for Giga Drain after the Roost. So not only does he do a little bit extra damage from the super effective attack, because Hidden Power Ice wouldn't be super effective at that range, but he also gets some health back, and that is really valuable. Tangrowth going back up to 92. Now, even though I say how brilliant that play was from Richie, that could still this could still end up being a negative set of circumstances, because that toxic damage is really racking up on Tangrowth. Maybe he was hoping for a crit by doing that in succession, or doing the perfect set of predictions. But really, I think Richie's got to switch out here if he wants to keep Tangrowth around. Tangrowth does pack that regenerator, so you can think about it as being at 36% health. You can think of it as being at is it 69% health? Is it 33%, or is it? Yeah, I think so. Tornadus comes in and Mantine comes in. Double switch. Both teams electing to make the switch. Now, Bird is fully paralyzed, takes a Scald. It can live it. We're going to see another attack here, probably by Bird. I don't see why he wouldn't go for whatever he was going for. U-turn comes in. We'll see what Richie elects to go out into here. He goes out into the Garchomp. Scald comes in. No burns. Richie hopes no burns arrive. Richie still has 5 Pokemon. Of course, that Tangrowth is getting a little weaker. That Tornadus is really crippled. Heatran and Mienshao have not hit the field yet, though. Gliscor comes in to switch in onto, and the Stone Edge misses, but honestly, I don't know how much damage that would have really done to a Gliscor. Oh, he misses again. As Clefable switches in, Gliscor comes back in, and it does, and it's a crit! 40%! Another one won't kill. A Roost will get him back up to full health, but oh my god. I think the biggest miss there was on that Clefable, because that Clefable would have died. Excuse me about what I said before. Magic Guard prevents any damage from Stealth Rocks being done. I didn't necessarily know it had Magic Guard at that time, but wow. That's huge for Steven, as he won't take Rocks damage when he comes in and potentially gets another turn with Clefable. We see more switching happen here. Tornadus coming in to protect the EQ off Gliscor. Mantine comes in. It's a switching battle, and rock damage is adding up on both sides of the field. U-turn comes in. Tangrowth hits the field. Takes a Scald. Can't do much. Tangrowth goes down to 43%. Been quite a bit of hacks in this game, but nothing you can do. This is the game that we play. A Roost comes in on the Mantine. Mienshao here at 94% health. It could be running a number of things. It could be running Life Orb, Choice Scarf, Choice Band. We have no idea. Knockoff comes in, and leftovers are knocked off the Mantine. Scald. Hope to don't see a burn. We don't see a burn. Tornadus T comes in, also with Regenerator. So this Regenerator core of Tangrowth and Tornadus really proving to be useful. Kind of countering the Stealth Rocks damage that he would have that he's taking on all of these turns. I mean, it's really cool. 51% now for the Tangrowth on Mantine. This game is a long, drawn-out affair so far, but we'll see if some aggressive Pokemon start being aggressive. But the thing is, I think there are checks to nearly every powerful attack on each team. We see the Giga Drain coming here onto the Mantine. Richie predicting the Roost from Steven. Scald comes in onto the Mienshao, and we're hearing in the chat right now, but this PP on the move roost for both Mantine and Gliscor might be what separates the winner from the loser in this matchup. And as sort of anticlimactic as that would be, you got to do whatever you got to do to win. And Bayern Münchlax knows that better than anybody. Mienshau's going to switch back in, take a Scald, and at this point, we're just seeing a lot of stalling, trying to get rid of PP on both sides of the field, but I think you got to take some kind of risk. I don't know if Heatran has anything powerful for anything here, but Richie might just have to predict on one of these turns that Mantine isn't going to go for a Scald and Gliscor isn't going to go for an Earthquake, because that just might threaten one of Steven's defensive threats if it packs the right move. Giga Drain comes in on the Mantine. Excuse me, I'm a little sick. I have a little sinus infection. By the way, you can check out all our stuff at youtube.com/IPL League. We also have a Twitch that's also IPL League. And we have documents, and we'll link those all in this description, that go into depth about each team in the league. U-turn comes in onto the Gliscor, and he gets a good switch, actually. I don't know how much an Eruption or a Magma Storm or whatever those moves are called do, but I assume it's not. Gliscor isn't going to like it too much. It is 11:25 Eastern Time, and we are in the IPL Conference Championship game between Bayern Münchlax and the Beach City Corphish. Richie has 5 Pokemon, Steven has 4, but Steven looks to be in control, making the pivotal switches. EQ comes in, and Heatran goes down. Richie thought he'd just go for it, fire off a fire-type move, but Steven said, I'm not going to let that happen, and EQ'd, and I think that might be a turning point here, and because I think Steven really, with all this recovery on his side, has the advantage here. Just take a replay there. Oops, I don't know. EQ there coming on the Heatran, and hate to see it. Tangrowth comes back in. Mantine switches out onto the Tangrowth. Garchomp comes in onto the Mantine. Gliscor comes in onto the Garchomp. Stone Edge misses on Gliscor. I mean, I think he needs to get a crit for it to matter anyway. EQ comes in. Garchomp's gone. And I believe Steven is going to walk away with this dub here and face the winner of the Toledo Team Rockets or the London Lanterns in in the IPL final. And he's been waiting for this day for some time. Maybe he didn't think he'd win this game like this. I don't know if this was Steven's game plan, but a great coach adjusts their game plan over and over again. And props to Steven for sticking through, not taking any unnecessary risks, just playing for the PP and not the PP, but just playing, waiting for rocks damage to add up, knowing that he has the advantage with recovery and PP. So I think We got off to a pretty exciting start. I thought that Bisharp becoming +2 was pretty exciting. But Tornadus is fully paralyzed here. The taunt wears off. Four Pokemon on Bayern Münchlax's side of the field. 3 Pokemon left on Beach City Corphish. Hurricane comes in. Mantine's dead. I'm just worried about, I don't think anything can take out Gliscor really anymore. So Steven's got this one in the bag. Zeraora obviously going to outspeed this Tornadus here. So he could just go for Plasma Fist for a guaranteed hit, which would do a number to Mienshao. But he could also go for, really anything. Even a knockoff probably would work. And that's what he does. He knocks off the Choice Scarf for Mienshao. I apologize for bits and pieces of this commentary that didn't really make much sense. I'm a little sick, and I just got up to watch this conference championship game, and, I'm human. I wasn't that good this season. I was 4-6. Zeraora with a corkscrew crash. The Z move coming in onto the Mienshao, and without that Choice Scarf, it couldn't outspeed the Zeraora. Zeraora knocked it off on the previous turn, and Zeraora Z moves its way to knocking Mienshao to the ground. Steven up 3-2, and I think Steven might need to switch into Gliscor here, because I don't know if Zeraora can do enough in one hit to Tangrowth. I don't think it gets really any powerful poison or fire type moves. So we might see Gliscor come in here. Zeraora versus Tangrowth. Yeah, a knockoff coming in onto the Tangrowth, knocking off the Assault Vest. We got Hidden Power Ice coming through on the Tangrowth. Yep, Steven probably knew he was going to go for that and couldn't risk it. Tornadus coming back in onto the Gliscor. Gliscor obviously faster here. I don't know if Gliscor packs any other attacking moves besides Earthquake. No, it doesn't. So he literally really can't hit this Tornadus right now, which is why he probably needs. He doesn't need to switch out by any means because he's got time to waste here. But essentially, this Gliscor cannot attack this Tornadus right now. Hurricane's gonna come in, do 44%. Unfortunately, Tornadus does not outspeed Gliscor. If it wasn't paralyzed, another Hurricane could kill from this range, but Gliscor is going to roost up. Hurricane's going to miss. Hypercutter is going to Toxic, probably PP stalling. A Confusion on the Gliscor. Now, could that turn itself? It hurts itself. Another Hurricane coming in. Now, we've got an interesting. Okay. Scared of the Confusion. Zeraora switches in, and Bird gets fully paralyzed. Still, though, Gliscor is at 31%. Zeraora close combats the Tangrowth on the switch in, and it's -1 defense and special defense. You might need to switch out in here. I would Giga Drain. I would Giga Drain on this turn if I were Richie here, and he does. He knocks out the Gliscor. Now, do we have a game here? Okay, Clefable switches in onto this Tangrowth. I don't have calcs in front of me. I really don't know. I mean, these are some unique matchups, and I really don't know who's winning this game right now. They might be looking at their calcs and be like, either I've got this, I need a crit, I don't have this. But for me, I think this Tangrowth could take out this Clefable right now. What moves have we seen from it? Stealth Rock, Moonblast, and Thunder Wave. It might have a healing move. It might have Calm Mind. We don't know what that other move is. But I think this Tangrowth could take out this Clefable here. And then the problem with that would be that Zeraora could probably knock out Tangrowth. Because Clefable would outspeed. Yeah, Clefable would outspeed. And then from that range, Zeraora could take it out. But a man can dream. Not that I'm really rooting for Richie, but I do love an underdog story. And the 4-6 Beach City Corphish were not picked by anyone to win this game. Tornadus comes back in. That Regenerator is so huge. Soft Boiled comes in on the Clefable. And I don't see many pathways to victory here for Richie. We're 66 turns deep into this Sludge Bomb. Actually, I forgot that Sludge Bomb. Moonblast comes in. Tangrowth is going to be able to switch back in. Gets the Regenerator up to 80%. I did forget about Sludge Bomb. That does a number, 45%. Earthquake going to come in. Clefable doesn't take damage from that Toxic, which is huge. And it looks like Steven's going to take this one. As Tangrowth will die to toxic damage, maybe Steven will Moonblast. But, excuse me. Thank you so much for tuning into this IPL matchup. Steven Dick and the Bayern Münchlax going on to take the winner of the Toledo Team Rockets and the London Lanterns in the IPL final. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay tuned with all info from the league. We've got an exciting couple days ahead of us, an exciting next week in the championship game. We'll see who Steven plays later today. But thank you for joining me in an epic matchup between the Beach City Corphish and the Bayern Münchlax. It was a long game, but it was definitely a very intriguing one. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you later.